Good morning, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. So I'm back with you today to have another little dabble in the craft world of junk journaling. Hello, welcome back to everybody who's been with me for a while or been visited before, and hello, welcome to you new subbies, because there's been a few more of you in these last few days. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I appreciate you didn't get a video yesterday. That's the first time I haven't put a video up for a long time. Unfortunately, just the move. So I've moved house, for those of you that are new to me. I've literally just moved house. And on the very same day, my dad, who's really not very well, went into crisis. So you know, trying to help mum and move house, and something had to give, and unfortunately it was yesterday's video, but we'll move on from that now, and we'll start again. The only real issue I've got now is that I didn't get unpacked like I thought I was going to. I think I was probably a little bit over ambitious, so I haven't got my next two projects out in front of me that I'm about to go with, and they are a winter project with papers, digital papers from After Midnight Design, which will be the next thing I do, another lovely blue project, and then another Christmassy botanical project with papers from Nanine at Collage Type. So bear with me, they will be here, if not tomorrow, the day after, or one of them. I'm hoping tomorrow, so it depends what I get done today. So less rabbiting and more about what we're going to do today. So hope you're all well. So this morning I've got lots of stuff around me, stuff that I haven't seen for a long time that I brought with the move, but not, as I said, not stuff that I was working on, but other things that I thought I might like to. And I have actually come across a few images that I'd really like to use, but like probably a lot of you, and the images are a little bit bigger and my journals aren't all that bigger. They either don't fit or they just look too oversized. So I initially thought, right, what can I create with using up my bigger images, because these are just a few here. You've probably seen them before, but I know that I've got lots and lots of big images that I love and I'm keeping. And yes, they'll be nice on fronts of journals and things like that, but you know, am I going to make enough journals for all the lovely images that I've got, because I keep collecting them? And then I came across this, which was a real blast from the past in the move. So this is an old exercise book. It's been in the wars a little bit. Well, what we call in England a school exercise book. I forget what they call them in America now. Composition book, I think, don't you? Yeah. So it's like, you know, what they write on in schools. Like I say, it's been through the wars. It's obviously had a bit of water damage on it. It's got a beautiful rusty staple, just the one there. I thought staples were stainless steel these days, but obviously that one's not that stainless. Okay, so, and it is just ruled paper, A4 size paper. So I thought, oh, I'd love to do something with that. What can I do with that other than just cover it and then make it a writing space? And that's when these two ideas came together. So I guess I'm going to make kind of altered book / glue book / I don't know, lap book, if you like. For me, I'm going to use this. I don't know what it's going to turn out like, but I am going to put all the luscious bits in it that I have after kits and have to use in things. I've got a few bits here, look. You know, so I'll be able to scrap bust as well, and just make a real eclectic book that I can write in, but with all my beautiful images. Yes, I'm thinking some pages I will just go all the way around with some collage, which is fun. You know, other pages I will completely cover with images and things. Some are, you know, I'll just put images on and maybe collage. I'll put something there. So leaving, I'm going to call it journaling space, but what I'm going to do in it is I might do a little bit of journaling, but I'm going to doodle and draw. I've got lots. I've never had them out on film. It's kind of a personal thing, but I've got lots of coloured pens and crayons and watercolour paints, which I won't be putting in here, but you know, arty things that I play with just really for my pleasure, as opposed to, you know, being particularly very good with them. Yeah, so that's what I thought. The reason I'm saying it'll be part altered book is because obviously it's fairly thick. There are a lot of pages in it. So if I just stick things in and don't take any of the pages out, it's going to outdo its cover. Now that doesn't mean that I can't put another cover on it, and I may at some point. But I was thinking I will just cover this cover, and I loved that when I cut it up as a big journal card, if you remember. That was part of a video about using up your scrapbook scraps, which is this month's challenge, because we're still in October, for Tattered Treasure and Friends Facebook group. And that's when I cut out, it was huge actually, I cut it down a lot, but I thought, yeah, I might like that on there, and then whether I collage around it or whatever, I don't know, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to, and I'm not going to do this, every day on video. Every couple of weeks or so I might come on and do a couple of pages with you, but today I'm going to take some of the pages out. I mean, I don't really know how many I want out yet, but I'll take some pages out, and the ones I tear out will be good for coffee dyeing or tea dyeing. I'll turn it upside down so I can tear them towards me. Yes, I'll take a few out and then see how fat it gets, and then decide if I want more. So I think I take initially every 3, because obviously they're attached at the back, so they'll come out in the back as well. So 2 there, 1 out. 1, 2. Take this one out. Is that just 1? Oh, I just put some hand cream on my hands. Probably wasn't a good move. I think that is just 1 actually. Was that the 3? Lost count already. 1, 2. Yes, it was. That was the 3rd one. And I think I'll just do 1 more initially, and I'll pull the back ones out. Excuse me. Yeah, it's quite thick paper, this. It's going to be nice for tea dyeing. Yeah, it's got some lovely water damage in place. It's not too bad to spoil the book, but enough to give some of the pages a little bit of interest. How many did I take out? 3. Okay guys, so I will be back chatting in the comments again. I have tried to keep up chatting. It might have taken me a little bit longer these last couple of days to talk back to you, but I'm back chatting again, so please feel free to comment below the videos to chat with me. Yeah, I've still got lots of things to share with you that I said would come in. They still are. I haven't forgotten anything. And let me know what it is you're up to. That's what I was thinking. Right, so some of the things I've brought along with me. So you've seen that. Can you see up there? I'm not sure if you can. Let's move my cup of tea over here. Yeah, so I will share. I am on my new desk, but I'm on a tiny little portion of it, just like I was on my old my old one at the other house. Just because I've got everything stacked on it. But I will share with you once I get everything sorted. My new crafting space and my desk, etc., the conservatory. So these are just a few images. They're the ones I showed you initially at the start of the video. A few images that I just pulled while I was thinking about what can I do. So they were just kind of in a folded over piece of paper. There's a poem there from the Gordon Benningfield book. I've got a few little bits of music scraps. I don't know what I was doing with it, but something, and they never made it as far as the scrap box. Okay, so I'm going to use those on some pages. That looks like it might have been from the, now I'm going to say Nanine's fall. I think it was the fall set of digitals that I've just done. I might be wrong, but I feel like it is. What else have I got? Just move them across, look. Yeah, so I've got that one, definitely was from fall, so I bet that other one was. 2 pieces of scrap paper from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Another piece of scrap. I've got an a pocket here. Now it's going to be a glue book, so I'm not going to put tons of pockets and flaps and things in it. But I might just put that one in, seeing as it's kicking around. And this lovely, lovely piece of I think this was part of you using up your scraps as well. I've made it into a journal card now, haven't I? I might put that with my journal cards actually. Yep, so the rest of these bits of, I think these are William Morris, I might be wrong, Artie Mays. And I did find my bag of scraps that I moved a long time ago, so I won't dig into them yet unless I need them. Yeah, some more big images that I thought were too big to go in the smaller journals, but I'd like to use up. And then things like this, I have a lot of magazines with images in like this. Look, hope you can see it. So I'm thinking these smaller ones, I mean that one's beautiful, look, the bare tree and the horse in the field with the snow. And I love this one here with the big trees. Yeah, they don't really go in the journals because they're shiny and things like that. Yeah, so I'm going to create myself a fun little book, really. That's what I'm going to do. So I've got some blue paper here, small. Oh. Little small pile of blue papers. The only glue I can lay my hands on is a brand new one of those, but that should be fine for a glue book, or if there's something heavy, my great big pot of Anita's tacky glue. It's not an awful lot in it, but there's a fair bit. I use this to fill up the little one that I haven't unearthed yet. So I've got glue as far as I'm concerned. I haven't got any cloths here yet. And I've got my little drawer with labels. I don't know if you can see them or not. So I've got some words and Tracy Fox labels. Doesn't want to go back together. I'm not going to fight you today. I haven't got the energy. And I've been upside down. I've just spotted something I'm going to take out. Yeah, I haven't found my ink and ink daubers, but I have found this, which is my old, well not old, but my small little ones. I've got a vintage photo there and a little brush that I can use. So, you know, we're making do, which is often a good thing. I think somebody's moving the dustbin. It was dustbin day yesterday, so new house, we'll have to get used to all the new noises, won't we? Okay. It's early in the morning, so I thought everybody would be asleep, but maybe not. Right, so you've seen what I've got. What am I going to do with this first page then? I'm literally just going to glue and stick things down. I'm not sure how interesting that will be for you, but hopefully the concept, the idea might spark, you know, something in you craft-wise. Let's decide which image I want to go with. So this is going to be the first page when I open the book. So I do want some journaling initially, because I might put some kind of an introduction or explanation, etc. I mean, I've been wanting to use this, yeah, I've had this for such a long time. So this is from the cover of a book. I think this has got green on here. Let's give it a go. It has. It was called In My Garden, and it had some lovely images on it, and it was Tina that put me onto this, and one of her videos, Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah, oh, years ago when I first started watching her, and I have seen her bring it out a few times. I loved the images that she got out of it, and I have used them all up, I think, just about anyway. And I just got to the covers, which also had lovely images on them, but you know, shiny, the kind of not the sort of thing for the journals that I make. So let's go with that, because I've been wanting to use it up. Do I need to move you a little bit higher? You're now on my left instead of my right, just because that's where I could squeeze you in at the moment. Oh yeah, so obviously I'll be able to do something on that page as well and make it pretty. So I'm thinking that just might lend itself to a little bit of a tuck once it's down, might it? So I can tuck in whatever I want. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is collage round the edge of here. Definitely use some of this music up. So shall I start with that? It won't be all music, I'll put something in amongst it, but it'll be interesting to see how this paper takes the glue as well. Like I say, it does feel like really good quality paper. Yeah, they're not cheap. They're not cheap exercise books. They're good quality ones. So, and I'm inking in green because that's what I've got, and it's kind of green and vintage photo, I think. So my green was it evergreen bough or something like that? Yeah, and Vintage Photo. So both on this Dobber. So do I want, yeah, I might do it as a border with some of the page showing round the edge as well, and then I won't have to get the edge really square. Oh, and we're on with the purple glue again. Well, this will be another one used up, won't it? So for those of you that have been with me a while, you'll know that I've been on a trying out glues kind of journey ever since I started, well, particularly journaling on YouTube, you know, making videos. And this was one that I rejected in the long run because, well, I don't know if I bought the wrong one because people were telling me that Elmer's was good, but I don't think they meant this Elmer's. I was later told it needs to be Elmer's Extreme, and this one is called, don't know, Elmer's Goes on Purple, Dries Clear. That's what it says, just craft glue I think it's called. And I did find when I was making some of my ephemera and sticking bits of paper on it that you know, it was letting me down later on. So I don't know if it's that I wasn't putting enough on. I mean, it was in the summer and it was very, very hot, was another consideration. But this is the one anyway. I think I bought about 5 or 6 of it and rejected it after 1, if not 2 sticks being used. So I keep going back to it every now and then. And again, I think this will be a perfect job. I've got a bin I have, make sure I hit it. That's it. Yeah, perfect job to try it out again, I think. Right, shall I have another little piece of that? How much are you going to hide? Well, you can hide a lot of that. Yeah, well, I can move it further up, can't I? Yeah, so inking and gluing. Yeah, this will certainly help me relax a little bit. It's a good start to the day. Hope it's relaxing watching. Speed it up if it's not. I'm sure it'll be fun then. I say that a lot now, don't I? That's because I've been doing it. Yeah, crafting is very good for the soul, relaxing wise, and I think this is a good good project. No stress. Doesn't have to be shared with somebody if I don't want to. You know, once I've got a few pages done with you, if I decide I want to make it a really private book, I can do that. I can't see that happening, but I know that I can do it if I want to. Right, so I want some colour or some pattern around it, but I don't want it too bright because of the... Shall we have some of this? I love this stuff now that I'm trying to think. I have a feeling this was Victoria. Now I'm pretty sure it's Victoria Designs with an E. Well, I'm very sure, I know that. But I think they say Victoria. I think. As a school teacher, I had quite a few. I want to say they were Polish. I'm not sure, but Polish girls over the years whose name was spelt Victoria and always said, called me Victoria. So whether they just wanted to be called by the English version of it, or whether, you know, they say Victoria. Maybe one of you can let me know whether they say Victoria and write it Victoria. I don't know. So I'll move between the two. Victoria Designs if you're looking for it, with an E. I think they're hers. Just some beautiful papers. In fact, I just downloaded before I moved, I think you've maybe seen one of them, a new set of paper from her, which was called, yes, because I put one on that envelope folio that I did. Now, what was it called? Winter Winter Backgrounds, I think it was called, something along those lines anyway. I didn't put it in the description because that video was rather quickly put up, but I will try and find it, and I will, as soon as I find them, as soon as I unearth them, I will definitely be using them, so it will be in the description again if you're looking for it and you can't find it. Well, not again because it hasn't been in yet. It will be in the description. Okay, so we definitely want a pop of colour now, don't we? Shall I just carry on going round the page, or do I want... Like I say, I do want a bit of room there to write on. Do we think the orange, that's going to go quite well, isn't it? Oh yeah, maybe I should have said to you, we are reasonably close to a train track. And I think I've told you before, those of you that have been with me a while, that I've not moved, and I've moved about 3, maybe 4 streets away round the corner. So we were always near that that railway track, but we're a little bit nearer to it now. Yeah, I can't think of any other. Yeah, I suppose we could pull a bit of pink if we've got any. We haven't, have we? If there's any in here, because of the pink on those lovely daisies. Oh, that's got a bit of pink in it though. Let's try that. Yeah, so I'm still on the mission to try and use up scraps rather than store scraps, and use up scraps. It's a lovely thing on its own, that. Too big though. You know, as I create them, so that in fact they're never becoming scraps, if you know what I mean. Doesn't really make sense, does it? Yeah, it is very daisy like that actually. We're still very brown though, aren't we? Let me just tear off some of this this orangey colour. Oh, got a little white there. Tear it the other way. It's because it's good thick paper. It's as if it's too layered. Lightening it up a bit. I wish I knew where my fancy scissors were. This might be a good project now. Some fancy scissors there. A wavy line. Yes. I think as I'm doing it, I'm probably thinking I don't want to make it so much of a thought out process. Just enjoy the gluing and the putting the pages down. Pieces down. Yes. So less thinking, more just putting down. I don't mean no thinking, because the pleasure, part of the pleasure of the crafting is deciding where you're putting things. You know, but not agonising over it. Oh, could it look better somewhere else? Have I chosen the right place? That kind of thing. So deciding where I want it, and then just having the courage of my convictions. Yeah, like that there. So let's ink round this and see if we think it's too big. Oh, yeah, we've got doggies both sides, so that's the little one I think to my right. And to the other side there is a very big dog, so I'm sure you'll hear them. Especially seen as, well, there's a lot of wildlife around here. We're not too far away from a small wooded area, and we have, I've noticed in the last 3 days, we have a resident squirrel. He's obviously used to the garden being very quiet. Who has a little wanderer along the fence and up the garden, and then right up the driveway and across the road to the wooded area, which is behind the houses across the road. So I'm sure we'll see a lot more of him or her. And we have a magpie, just the one. I know some people are suspicious, aren't they, about just one magpie. It doesn't bother me, but he's a bit of a character by the look of him as well, and he's always hopping along the garden. Well, I say garden, it is all stone at the moment. There's no grass or plants or anything like that. But he obviously likes it because he spends a lot of time there. Right, don't think I want more of the same. I think I want, because we're getting quite fussy now, aren't we? I was thinking some text, but I don't think I have any with me. Oh, I've got this. Oh, I've got that. I maybe should have put that in that corner, shouldn't I? So when I said this, I don't know if you could say I've got the poem Chalk Blue, which is about a butterfly, and it's from a Gordon Benningfield book. He's quite famously drawn, or lots of things actually. He's very famous for his paintings and drawings, but his butterflies. Yeah, we're definitely getting too much. I'm wondering if it wants a little bit of ink around the edges just to bring the white down. I don't want to ink every page because that will be, you know, tie me into a theme and don't particularly want to, especially if I'm going to use like shiny images from magazines and things like that. But this one is a bit shabby, a bit distressed, isn't it? So I'm not putting a lot on. I don't even know if it's picking it up in the camera. Now I hope it's bright enough for you because I don't have my light on. I've got it with me, but I don't have it plugged in yet. It was quite bright, I think, when I sat down. So I hope it's light enough. It'd be interesting for me to watch when I play back. Yeah, and it's not going to be a really, really long video. I know I say that all the time and it ends up being. Yeah, I think I do want a bit of text. Let me just have a quick nosy what I've got around me, if anything. Nothing. I've got some stamps. Let's just get those out. Right, I have got, yeah, so they're written backwards the way on, you probably can't read them. Thankful, grateful, blessed. I really like that one. I've got a mushroom on, so we definitely need some mushrooms. We'll have thankful, grateful, blessed. And there's a lovely long, oh, there's lots of, now, daisies are not an autumn type of flower really, are they? I know I'm not supposed to be getting hung up, but I don't know if we want, well, mushrooms grow any time of year, don't they? And of course I don't have any of my stamp pads, not that I often use them, but I usually do for these little ones. Just seeing what colours I've got in here. Shaded lilac, vintage, photo twice, 1, 2, that's them all. What have I got here? Scattered straw, evergreen bough. Let's make it green. Yep, so I could be in a holy mess. We'll see. And if I don't like the way it stamps, I know you're not supposed to rub it, but my ink pad has nearly had it. And of course this is distress ink, so it could do anything. It's hard to tell if it's even covering. Yeah, if I don't like it, I'll just put an image over it. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to come of that, do you? Let's just have a look. Well, it has. It's a little bit blurry, to say the least, but I quite like that. Okay, we'll just have a go with something else and see if it's the paper or the way I'm stamping it, or yeah, I haven't got any really strong colours. I'm just literally looking again around me, see if I've got anything that's not in there. Oh, I've got some nice washi in there though. In here, washi again. Oh, gold ink. Huh. Yeah, the last bits that I packed, there's no rhyme or reason as to where they are. Okay, so let's not have a gold mushroom. What shall we have? Gold. Shall we have a gold leaf or pine cone? I like this maple leaf. I've always liked maple leaves. Right. Where shall we have it? Okay. Just put it down, Denise, for goodness sake. Oh, it's nice. I like it. What to do with my lid? Yeah. Yes, I like that. I'd like some stenciling on it as well. I suppose I'm trying to put everything on the one page before I go through the book, but I hope you're kind of getting the point now where it's you just put on it whatever you fancy. Make a pretty image that you like. It doesn't matter if other people don't, you know, look at it and think, what a mess. Just for the pleasure of it being yours. your craft and your fun. So let's see if this Anita's glue will help me make this into a tuck. So it's not going to be a huge one. I don't want anything massive on the first page. Again, I could put a journal card in here if I wanted to. Sometimes oh, we are coming out. I have to say it's quite cold in the conservatory, so it may well be suffering from that. Yeah, doesn't really want to come out, but I'm going to squeeze it hard. Bear with me. Might be some grunting noises. What was I saying? Yeah, so I was thinking big things, you know, like, so when I make journal cards that I love and then find out they're way too big for the journals that I'm making, which I quite often do, just because the journals I make at the minute are not massive. Right, please don't ooze out everywhere because I don't have a cloth. Yeah, so again, that's from a book called In My Garden, and I can't remember the author for the life of me. This is the cover, so you'll know what the cover looks like, or either the front or the back cover. And it's not a very big book. It's not a big, thick, hard-backed book. So I think you'll find it if you look at this picture and then go on Amazon or whichever book place you choose to use. So that could be backed onto something and just put in there and then I can still journal on there. So shall I just back this if I've got anything not too heavy? So I've got this still. Yeah, and it's got a light side, which is, I could write on that, couldn't I? No problem. I'm going to do it with this Elmer's, because although this is a little bit shiny, can you see me gluing over here? Yeah. Although the back of this book page is a little bit shiny, the paper that I'm putting it on, that dotty paper, is very thin copy paper, probably only 70 GSM, something like that. So it should grab, was my point. So yeah, now I'm back crafting again and I've made a little space. I am really looking forward to getting on with those big projects that I've got planned. I mean, I do need to find everything, but I'm hoping I can at least share share with you the papers and, you know, if I do what I want to do, the cover tomorrow, but we'll see, because I'm going to do a fabric cover on this next one. If I find for any reason that this Elmer's glue lets me down, I will, I might anyway, stitch around this. I want that green bit off, I think. And actually it could do with a black line down it, couldn't it? But down there, because that isn't even, or a bit of fancy. Let's put a bit of fancy on it. I'll just put that up here for now. What have we got? Oh no, I've got something stuck to me, bear with me. Let's put one of these on it, a little bit of that, just a real tiny piece. Let's have a look. Can you see what I mean? Just that it obviously was a bigger board around it. I think it probably had a picture at the side. Have I taken that off too soon? Yes, you have, Denise. How did I know I would? I can just add to it though, can't I? We are just gluing it down after all. Right. Bit of ink. See, I'm having fun now. I am doing what I love to do most, and that is just play with little bits of paper. Cut them, rip them, ink them and stick them. Is there anything else more relaxing, fun, enjoyable first thing in the morning when chaos is raining around you? Because I'm afraid at the moment it is. I'm just going to go over the top of that one with that bit. let me know if there is, because I'll have a go at it. But to be honest, I can feel all my stress going down a few gears, if not leaving, which isn't a bad thing, is it? And yes, I'm gluing on top of my glue book, but here I'm in. Or I was, I'm not going to now I've spotted it. I do hope you can see me just here. I appreciate I'm a long way to the side. I am just gluing, but still, it's very frustrating hearing somebody do something you can't see, isn't it? What do I do with a little bit then? There it is. I thought I'd just stick that one over the top. Maybe cut it off there. Yeah, so it hasn't been too short a video, has it? I know it's not been massive, but like I just turned the camera on and came on with an idea that I haven't really thought about any further than what I've done or shared with you. So yeah, I might write in that later. If I do, I'll share it. I'll share it with you next video. I've got a few things to share with you, or I will have, not right now this minute, but there'll be a lot of catching up to do, won't there? So yeah, I will be with you again tomorrow, hopefully back with my big project like I said. If you've got an old book, you can buy these from the pound store, or I don't know, what do you call them, the Dollar Tree, or now, are you sticking? Yeah, it might need a little bit of art glitter around the edges that are stuck up, but the rest of it, look, is stuck. That's good. Or I could always put some washi tape. Oh, I'm fancying a bit across there. Do we want the same one? We're going to hide his tail. So these are like stamps. Yeah, like stamps, washi tape. Oh, there's a train choo-chooing. Shall we put 3? Oh. I don't really want to hide his tail, but let's cut it down to 2. And just catch that bottom corner. And gone over the page, I'll trim it off. Oh. Not sure what that is. What's the new noises? Do we put this one here or not? Do we look to up here maybe? Yeah, so it's going to be nice actually as the layers build up as well. Might put something here for that to go in like that and that. Oh, yeah, you get the idea anyway. I'm liking that now I've put it on there. I didn't think the colours went at all, but actually I'll put a bit of this on it as well. I'm thinking this might be an element, a piece from a Shabby Dabby Doodah kit. I may well be wrong, but that's what I think. It's just something that's kicking around. It was in my label box, which was as good a place as any. Yeah, so I'm thinking just down. We'll still have room to... Sorry, I knocked you there. Have you missed me knocking you? Do I want it down? I definitely want to be able to write behind there, or doodle or something. I think it's just full enough. Yeah, I think it probably is. I'm sure it will go in. I might tuck it in there because I'm sure it will go on another page, because like I say, I want to do this one and then I want to collage the front and put this guy on definitely. He might be on there next time you see my book, because like I say, I'm not going to do them all with you. And then I've got my beautiful owl that's going on. And I've got somewhere, I'm sure you've seen it, a really big, probably nearly A4 size owl that I haven't been able to put on anything. I'm thinking this guy's from Nanine's kit. He looks like he's from Nanine's papers at Collage Type. Maybe the woodland one. Anyway, I've come back and said hello and let you know how I'm doing. I hope that's okay, guys. I'd love it if you could give me a thumbs up and just let me know that you're still with me and enjoying the content. I'd love you to chat with me, but more than anything else, please come back and join me tomorrow, and we'll get cracking with something. Thanks for now then. I didn't know whether to say boys or folks then. See you tomorrow.